Hello everyone! I've talked about this in the past in some of my previous speed builds that I've done, my more recent ones, where I mentioned that the idea came from a floor plan or picture that I saw, or that I'm actually trying to recreate a floor plan or something. So today, I did a little bit of searching because I'm in a building mood, and I thought I would show you a floor plan and then show you me recreating it. I thought that would be more fun so you guys could actually see what I was trying to recreate and how close I can actually get to recreating it like it is in real life. I can't always do that. There are some things I cannot do in The Sims 4 that I see on some of the floor plans that I look at, but I thought I would just give it my best try. So the floor plan that I'm going to be attempting to recreate is this one. I'm not going too ambitious, which, dare I say, I'm learning from my mistakes? That doesn't sound like me. But it is a 2-story, but it's a small 2-story. And I actually think the floor plan is kind of cute. But most real houses have things like garages, closets, things that The Sims don't have in The Sims 4 or don't really need. But the challenge is that I'm gonna recreate this as close as I can to what it looks like on this picture. So without further ado, doodly doodly doo. Oh my god, it's been a long week. Enjoyed the speed build of me trying to recreate this house. Roll it. All right, so I don't know why I always think these things are gonna be really, really easy and they're just not at all. I feel like that's the only problem with doing this, is that a floor plan may look so simple. And then you start trying to do it and you're like, oh my god, I can't do half the stuff I need to do on this house because The Sims 4 just doesn't allow it. So this was definitely a challenge video. Now, if I was doing this normally, I would have changed some things up, obviously, to match the standards of The Sims 4 and what it could handle and what it could do, because there was a lot of glitchiness happening, especially with the roof. You'll see it later on when I go to the second floor. The roof is glitching through the walls. It actually, there is one glitch I couldn't get rid of. I didn't know how to. It was in the bedroom on the second floor, in the front. The paint from the roof was coming through to the inside wall, but it was only on one wall on each side. It was the weirdest. It was the weirdest thing. And it seemed like an easy fix, but it just didn't go away. I don't know why. And if I tried to change it to the color on the inside, it would change the whole roof on the outside, on the wall part, and I was just forget it. This room is just gonna have some accent walls that don't make any sense. And that's it. But I would say about 20% of this video is just me trying to figure out how to do the roof. And I really was just trying to do it like the photo showed. There was one photo of the back of the house on the website I was using. So I was trying to do a little covered patio here, but it just proved to be much more difficult than I could ever imagine. However, in the end, I kind of figured it out. It took a long time. You probably won't even see it come together until much, much later. But this is the whole challenge, is I was trying to recreate it as close as I possibly could. It had a garage. There are no garages in The Sims. There's this weird one, which is for murals and stuff. And I was like, well, I guess we're just gonna use that because that's technically a garage. Although it doesn't look the same. It doesn't have windows on it. And I tried to put some in there, but I just thought it looked a little bit funky. So I didn't end up going with it, but that's as close as I could get. And I mean, that's the other problem, is when you're trying to recreate something like this, you're not going to have everything in the game that you have in the photo. It's just, unless you get so beyond lucky, that's just not going to happen. I don't have the same door. I don't have the same fencing. I don't have the same windows. I just got to make it work. But that's why usually when I do this, it's very wise to change things up and adapt to the fact that this is a game that does not have everything the real life has, or the real world has. But I tried, and there were a few things I actually had to tweak because it wouldn't have worked otherwise. They're just some tiny rooms indoors. I think I didn't put in any coat closets or anything like that. I didn't put any of those in. It just wouldn't have worked. There just actually wasn't enough space, which sounds weird because when I put the walls down was I made this too big. But then it ended up not being big enough, and I was like, okay, well, I'm out of space, so I guess this is what I'm working with. So I kind of had to tweak it a little bit. There isn't a pantry. I think there obviously was one. in the floor plan. It didn't make it. It wasn't important enough, so it didn't make the cut. I think I put in one closet, and that's in the bedroom downstairs, which I assume is like the master bedroom. I did put in a little closet, and I actually think it came out pretty cute. It's 100% useless, 1000% useless. It is just for show, but it did actually come out looking like a closet. I mean, not that it's hard to do that, but you know, I don't do it very often, so when I did it, I was kind of impressed. It took 3 clicks, and that's it. That's all it took. So it's not that impressive by any means, but I did actually like the way that it came out. I was like, okay, wait a minute, just snap, why don't you, I guess. But anyways, the living space, I tried to like go for some different colors, some different furniture I don't normally use. I actually think this is how it would be laid out if you lived here. At least I did my best. I was really trying to think, like, how would this work if you actually lived here? Would it look like this? Would you arrange your furniture like this? The utility room, this right here, the laundry room, I have to say it's my favorite room in the whole freaking house. I know that sounds silly, but it's just so cute. Here's the closet. Boom, done. That's all it was. That's literally all it was. I just enlarged the like clothing. What are they called? I don't know, the hanging clothing, the clothes that hang. I'm so bad at explaining things. What is wrong with me? I just enlarged them and put them up there, and voila, bada bing, bada boom, you have a closet. Now here's me trying to maneuver the roof so that it doesn't clip through the house. So annoying that when it does that, you just kind of have to make like a million roof pieces that just happen to end right where the wall is so that it doesn't clip through. It's really annoying. I mean, it does work, but it's a little more inconvenient. Also, I didn't use like proper wallpaper for the outside of a house. I ended up using like paint because I was trying to match the color of the house that was in the photo, and this was as close as I could get. And then you'll see like the little glitchy walls here. I don't know what to do about it. Okay, I ended up leaving it there. And I was like, okay, maybe it's just an artistic touch they felt was right in their bedroom. I don't know. You don't know them. You don't know their story. Overall, I think this house is a little bit strange, but not that weird. It's just a little bit weird. Like, I get how it would look in real life. Like, I can picture it in real life better than I can in The Sims because it's a real life house. I feel like Sims houses are just a little bit different than real life ones would be because, I mean, it's a game and it's, you know, you get it. But like, there's just so many things you can't do, and I don't realize it until I start trying to build a real life house, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I can't do half this stuff. But with that being said, you can still do so much in Sims 4 build mode. I actually really enjoy it. I said this in my video the other day when I was looking at the very first Sims 4 trailers that came out. They were very weird to look back on. But I was like, yeah, I think they nailed build mode. I really do. I think, okay, I've never, ever been able to build before in like Sims 1, 2, and 3. Scrap it. Not happening. I could not build. No way, no how. But in The Sims 4, I feel like I'm decent, which is saying a lot because I was crap in the previous game. So I feel like they've made it so easy to build that it is possible if you just like take some time and practice, which is what I did. I just sat down one day and I was like, all right, I'm gonna watch some speed builds, try to replicate some things that they do, and then you know, you learn. But that's pretty much all I did, and I feel like I've got it down to like I think I'm pretty good now. I mean, not the best, but like I can actually make a decent house and not feel bad about it when I look at it. But that doesn't mean that I still build things and don't think, oh, that looks like crap, because I did that yesterday. Also, I know I've mentioned this before, but I'm gonna mention it again since we're just chilling and having a good time watching a speed build here. I have been streaming Animal Crossing on Twitch, so if Animal Crossing is your jam, because we all know it's mine, go follow me on Twitch. We've been streaming it over there. We have like a stream town. It's so much fun. We have a lot of stupid memes over there. If you're from the Twitch channel and you've watched some of the streams, hit him in the B caps. You know what that means. I also have a VOD channel. If you want to go watch any of the previous streams, I upload them on my second channel, Squasha Streams. So if you miss any or if you just want to rewatch them, I upload them there. So now that my little self-promo time is over, we'll go back to the house. So anyways, I think the bedrooms were like a little bit weird. Okay, like again, like I can tell how this would look in real life with the little hallway coming in. I've had a bedroom like that before, so I get it. But in The Sims, it's just so not necessary. But you also have to take into consideration, like, can my Sims get through this hallway? Can they walk around the bed? Can they get in the bed? Is the dresser in the way? I don't know. You have to take these things into consideration, and that's not something you have to do in real life. I mean, except for like maybe, can I fit down my hallway? Sorry, I don't think I've ever said those words in my life. That was weird. But you have to think of the functionality of the house, and that just sometimes doesn't work when you're trying to copy a floor plan. So this was like painful for me because normally I do look up floor plans because it gives me inspiration, and sometimes I just copy them 100% because I'm like, man, I don't know what to do, and they look nice. But I almost always change them up because they're not gonna work usually in The Sims. And so it was painful for me to have to just follow it. Like I said, there were a few things I just could not do. It was like closets. I was like, there's just no room for those things. It just isn't gonna work with the grid system and everything. I was like, it's just not gonna work. So I didn't end up putting a lot of those in. I did squeeze in the one closet in the master bedroom, but that's all I could really do. Yeah, I originally did put the pantry in when I built this in the beginning. Like if you go back for a split second, it's in there. But then I ended up deleting it because I was like, no, there's just no room for anything else if I do that. And then it's this like teeny tiny hallway and your Sims have to squeeze through it, and it's just like, I know that's gonna cause traffic issues, you know. It's not gonna be good. Also, I've been putting fish tanks in my houses nowadays, and I am so happy about that because I used to have this saltwater fish tank when I was a kid. It was my life. It was my whole freaking life. I had so many fish in there. I would take care of them. One of them got pregnant, and then it was this whole ordeal of trying not to get the fish to eat their own babies. It was just, how did I even get on this? How did I get here? It was a disaster. But I loved it, and I would do it again. It was so much fun. I loved having all these fishies. So fun. Sorry, I literally don't know where I went just now. Y'all, my brain, it's fried. It's just completely fried. This whole week has been a huge disaster. My internet has just gone to crap, which it's been pretty bad for a couple months now. But of course, now that everybody's home and using it, it's like even worse. So it's this whole ordeal. If you follow me on Twitter, you've heard me and Zeus complain about it because he's been here too. And it's just a lot, and it's exhausting. It's like mentally exhausting dealing with these people for weeks and weeks and weeks because they're just not doing what I need them to do, which is to fix the problem. I could go on and on. I really could, but I won't. It's like there are bigger problems in the world, you know, but it sucks when you're quarantined at home and then your internet doesn't work. It's like my whole house runs on internet. So if I don't have it, I am just sitting there staring at the wall. It's really bad how much we rely on it. It really is. But what are you gonna do? That's just how the world works now. Everything uses internet. Everything. If I want to watch TV, I need internet. If I want to get on my computer, I need internet. If I want to play Animal Crossing on my personal Switch, I need internet to load that up because I have 2 Switches, and it like makes you choose a primary Switch and like a secondary Switch, and then it has to validate if you've actually purchased the game, and it's just like this whole ordeal. And if I don't have internet, I can't load it up, and then my life is truly over. If I can't play Animal Crossing, I just don't even know what I'm gonna do with myself. Well, the build is pretty much done. You are gonna see some screenshots. I took screenshots of all the rooms, the outside, everything, so you can check it out. This took me way longer than I ever expected it would take me, as per usual. So I hope you guys enjoyed it and my ranting, as always. Here are the screenshots. I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I'll speak to you all very, very soon. Bye-bye.